Hello everybody and welcome back to our Unown challenge. Today we'll be heading onwards and getting ready for our next gym battle. I'm going to start training Alpha a little harder because he's going to have to take out Wattson's Manectric when we get to the gym. So he could use some training. Look at that power. Ooh, Wattson better watch out. So Alpha levels up right off the bat as we take on this triathlete. And we work our way onwards. And we're going to get into another fight here with this psychic dude. Psychic dude Edward, who has an Abra. And we have an Alpha. Abra goes for the hidden power. We go for the hidden power. And our hidden power wins. That was a pretty epic battle. Alright. Here we go around here to pick up this elixir. And we are going to get in a battle with a Gulpin. And we are going to run away from the forgettable Gen 3 Pokemon. At least in my opinion, Gulpin is very forgettable. And we are going to take on this fisherman over here. This fisherman who may just have 4 Magikarps. Or perhaps 4 Tentacools. If he really feels like mixing it up. We go for a hidden power. It's going to knock out the Tentacool, because Alpha's just a boss like that. He's knocking out everything in his path. Here we go. Here comes the Wailmer. So that's a fresh change. We haven't seen a fisherman with one of those, I don't think, yet. So we're going to go for the hidden power. And it should take 3 turns to knock it out. It goes for the water gun, which does not do much damage. Yep, one more turn and he'll be out. So. And down goes the Wailmer. Alpha levels up to 19. Fisherman's going to use another Wailmer. Hopefully we can 2-hit it this time since we leveled up. Here comes the hidden power. And it's most likely still a 3-hit. Unless we get lucky. Yes, it's still a 3-hit. It goes for the splash. Luckily we're able to dodge that and use our another hidden power and knock it out. And here comes a Tentacool, who Alpha should be able to 1-hit. Level 11 on top of that. Down it goes, with the critical hit too, just to show off a little bit. And yeah, I always like Tentacools. They always give a pretty good amount of experience. And it's not like they're that hard to take down, so that's always been good. You got some berries here, Nana berries, which are pretty useless unless we want to make Poke Blocks, which, you know, I guess we can make. Gotta reward our team here for all their hard work. You can make them some nice Poke Blocks. So anyways, let's see what you have to say. He's talking about whatever, roads for Pokemon and people. Yeah, riding a bike on cycling road, that makes sense. Here you go, Mauville City. This kid's talking about TV. Sometimes we should always be watching TV. Maybe you should get out and exercise a little bit. Here we go, to the Pokemon Center. Gonna heal up here. And then we will head on over to the gym to take on Wattson. So here we go. But not before we take on Wally and his routes. Wally, who is trying to show his uncle how tough he is. Let's see how tough Wally is. Maybe you're choosing the wrong person to show your toughness against. Here we go. Take it easy on him, Alpha. You know, don't critical hit and knock him out in one. Alright, or do that. So, we kind of feel bad for the poor kid. We get 1,000 Poke, though, and thanks to his loss against us, Wally's going back to his uncle's house. There ends his journey at the hands of Alpha. Goodbye. Yeah, we screwed over Wally. We wouldn't mind visiting him in his home. And here comes our good buddy Scott. Yeah, we didn't hold anything back at him. Alright, he's cheering for us now. He had a fan. That's good. It's about time. So we're going to heal up again, get some PB, and I'm going to train before our battle. Okay, everybody, so while I was training, I figured I might as well go back and pick up an EXP share, so I did. See you when I finish training. So, yep, that's how an EXP works, and I will see you. Alright, what's happening, everybody? So, basically, everybody is at level 24 right now, and I've been thinking about this battle coming up here. Wattson has a Voltorb. He has a what do you call Electrike, Magneton, and of course his Manectric. So I've been strategizing against him. What do I want? Thinking about what I want to do. So we have Alpha, who is going to deal with the Manectric because he's our super effective Unown for this gym battle. So he's going to take down the Manectric, and I'll probably have him go for the one hit against the Electrike. Hopefully I can get that. So I think I'll have him go against those two. For the Magneton, I can either go with Raven or Flint. They're both fire, and the Magneton is part steel, of course, so that would work out nicely. And that just leaves me with the Voltorb, which is the main problem here, because it knows self-destruct. So I want to go for the, I want to knock it out fast, so I was thinking, well, I'll just use Alpha against it and try and get it out quickly, but I would not want it to self-destruct against Alpha, because that would screw us up for the Manectric, and that could cost us our whole challenge right there. So I figure that Mac is pretty powerful, so I will have Mac go up against the Electrode, and hopefully he can two-hit it, and hopefully it will not go for self-destruct. So, so that's our game plan. I think it should work out pretty good. I'm pretty confident in this gym, as we are taking on the trainers in here. We just defeated these guys in a pretty simple double battle with Mac and Alpha, getting them ready. And here comes a young man who's very excited about the gym's puzzles. Good for you, buddy. Here he goes, youngster Ben and his Zigzagoon. We're going to use our Mac. Hopefully we can get him to level 25. Here we go. He should two-hit the Zigzagoon. And down goes the Zigzagoon. Here comes a Gulpin. So, let's see. Hopefully Mac can get rid of this Gulpin pretty easily. Uh-oh, the Gulpin critical hits and gets the poison. That is not good. I'm going to have to switch Mac out. And the poison reminds me that I forgot to stock up on supplies. I should still have lots of soda pop left, though. But I do want to stock up on supplies before I go take on the gym. You know, never know. So anyways, we send Flint in here to see what he can do. He might be a key part in this gym battle here. Get him buff a little bit, you know, train him up. Get him working out. Get him out of his Pokeball, just moving around a little bit. And we finish off the Gulpin. And we defeat Youngster whatever. Ben. Youngster Ben. And we are going to have to go ahead and Super Potion up. Because I guess don't have any antidotes, but whatever. Super Potion up Mac. So we can make it back to the Pokemon Center. That would be pretty bad if he died on our way to the Pokemon Center. That wouldn't be a good death. So we're going to go ahead and heal up here. And then we are going to go to the Pokemon Center. We're in the Pokemon Center. We're going to go to the Pokemart and stock up on supplies. And then we have one more double battle, and then we have, the gym battle. We're going to get our third gym here. And, yep. So go ahead and get us 9 Super Potions. That should get us, 10. Give us a total of 10 or whatever. Get 10 antidotes and 10 paralyzed heals. So we got 10 of everything. And we are going to go ahead and let's see. You know, I don't know how this works. I was looking at the soft sand boost the power of ground type moves. And I don't know, does that count for hidden power if hidden power is ground? I don't know. I don't know that one. If any of you do, let me know. Alright, so here we go to the gym to do our last double battle and then take on the gym leader. So, here we go. Let's take on these two guys. One loves shiny things, one trained under Wattson. Formidable foes. Got Bug Maniac Angelo and Guitarist Sean. Send out a Voltorb and Illumise. So we are going to go ahead and do that. The Voltorb's going to go for Sonic Boom. And the Illumise is going for Shockwave. They're both double teaming Raven. They want Raven out of there. And with that critical hit, Raven may just be coming out of here. We don't know. So, yeah, I'm going to take Raven out, I think. Because the Voltorb would go for Sonic Boom. There would go Raven. The Illumise goes for Shockwave. There goes Raven. And that would be a bad way to die. Just against some random trainers. So, in comes Killer. Killer may have to play a role in this gym battle. You never know what can happen. Couple critical hits, you know, things not going our way, and the whole battle strategy could shift. So we gotta have everybody ready. So unfortunately, the Voltorb was barely able to hang on. Luckily, it's just charging, so that's not going to do anything except slow down the battle, because someone needs to take that out instead of both of us being able to focus on the Illumise. The Illumite is going for Shockwave. It's not hitting a lot, or it's not really hurting Mac at all. Mac is quickly depleting that Illumite's health. There goes the Voltorb. Guitar Sean sends out a Magnemite. Too bad I didn't send Flint or Quincy in because they would speed up this battle. That's alright though. Illumite goes for Quick Attack, doesn't do a lot. Mac's going to go ahead and use Hidden Power. And it doesn't matter. Critical hit to the Magnemite, down it goes. Killer's going for the Hidden Power. And Illumite barely hangs on. It goes for a Shockwave. Hits Mac. Again, not too much damage. Mac's one tough cookie, so, you know, he could pretty much handle anything anyone throws at him. And here comes the Volbeat. It's going to go for Shockwave on Killer. He goes Mac with the Hidden Power, and it hits pretty good. Pretty good job, Mac. And Quick Attack, whatever. Doesn't even phase Mac. Mac goes for the Hidden Power. Down goes the Volbeat. To the Pokemon Center we go, and then it is time for our gym battle. Gonna get our third gym badge. Man, here we go. Seems like so long since we've had a gym battle just because we had our, you know, Rustboro and Dewford with like one after the other, and it's been like 2 videos, I guess, which isn't that much, but, you know, it still seems like forever since we've had a gym battle. And I did skip a couple things. Could have taken on the trainers in this area and Cycle Road, but I'm pretty excited for this gym battle, and I figured, yeah, I'd just make an episode of me super speeding through the trainers and Cycling Road. To go along with next episode, I just put a video of me super speeding the trainers on Cycling Road. So, yeah. So here we go. Let's get our everybody together. Mac's gonna have to go up against that Voltorb, and that's pretty much all we got. Let's see, Raven or Flint. It looks like Raven is more powerful, so he'll be going against the Magneton, and Alpha will most likely be dealing with the Electrike and Manectric. So here we go. So instead of working to improve his city, Wattson has put traps in on his gym. So good for him. Here we go. He's going with the Voltorb. Here comes Mac. Mac, deal with this thing quickly. Let's see, how much damage does our... Okay, it goes for Spark. And it's decent power. Mac's gonna go for the Hidden Power. Critical hit. Nice, Mac. One more hit. Oh, no! Oh, my God. Well, the Voltorb went for self-destruct, so down goes Mac, and wow, that's still pretty, that hurts bad. You know, it sucks because and I just realized that I didn't even that I was gonna throw out whatchamacallit, Alpha out to fight the Electrike, but whatever. Raven will have to do it. But I guess Mac's done, so, you know, he's out of the picture. He was one hell of an unknown. Pretty powerful. He really took out the aces for both of the gym leaders, got us 2 gym badges. We really could have used him. We had the Fire Gym coming up. With Flint and Raven both being fire, he was important in giving our team diversity, and with Killer being normal, not really being super effective against anything, he gave our team some type diversity, so him going down is definitely going to hurt our team. It was tough. I knew the Voltorb had self-destruct. I could have, looking back on it, I could have thrown Flint in there. I think he wasn't the strongest, and I'm gonna have to go to him here to take down the Magneton since Raven is damaged. Flint is definitely not the strongest Unown, and considering I have 2 fire types, I could have thrown Flint in there, but there's no way to be 100% sure that the Voltorb would use self-destruct, and I would not want Flint to get knocked out, only have to throw Mac out there and then risk the Voltorb self-destructing and taking out 2. So it's always like, deep down I had a feeling that I could go for the self-destruct. Like, I kind of like, I expected it. But, it happens, and it's kind of depressing. So, and this Magneton is hitting us pretty hard right now. So I'm just going to switch over to Quincy. Quincy is good against this Magneton. So it sucks now we only have 5 Unown, 5 lives, whatever. We lost our water type. We lost a heavy hitter. Mac will be missed. He'll get his little tribute video, I guess. Make tribute video for Mac. Put it with the next episode or whatever. So now we got to focus up back on this gym battle, which I've been, kind of distracted with. I totally forgot my plan to throw Alpha out against the Electrike, and it's coming back to bite me since Raven is too damaged to take on this Magneton, who was healed, unfortunately. So it's up to Quincy and Flint, who are not as powerful as Raven, to take it down. Flint, he did alright, did the best he could. Oh, and we barely hang on. Whew. That was a close one. We are going to heal up here. And then hopefully, it's unfortunate. I just got to hope he goes for something besides Shockwave. Because one more hit and the Magneton's gone. So I'm just going to have to keep going, super potioning, hoping the Magneton does not go for Shockwave. Not getting lucky right now. Oh, it did not do as much damage as it usually does. So let's hope we survive here and we'll take it out. No criticals. Yes. Whew. Good job, Quincy. Take it out here. Very nice. Alright. So, 3 down, 1 to go. And it's Alpha's time here. He's been training for this. Alpha, knock out this Manectric. And here it comes. Let's see how much damage we get, Alpha. Ooh, goes for a Thunder Wave. Hopefully that paralysis doesn't affect us too much. Here comes our hidden power. And we should be able to 2-shot. Oh my god, alright. So it's going to go ahead and use a Citrus Berry. And so now we're going to need 2 more shots on it. It goes for Shockwave. How powerful is this going to be? Dang. It's going to hit for half our health also. And so, same situation as the Magneton, I guess. We are going to go ahead and potion up here. It's going to go for the Shockwave. And, ooh, okay, same thing that happened last time. It does not hit as hard. Let's hope we live. Very nice. Alpha, he finishes it off. And we win this one for Mac, so we get our gym badge. It's not a happy occasion, but, we did it. So we get the badge, we get the money, and next episode is going to be a bad one. We are going to release Mac send them out. And super speed. You're in a recycling road, so listen to this guy talk, whatever. Give us a TM we can't use, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, Wattson. And we register him. See you next time, guys.